Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to do a confessions about me. I put one of those voting thingies on Instagram and you guys voted that you wanted to see this one first, so that's what we're doing. I'm gonna be eating some chips, and it's not like mukbang or nothing. I'm just gonna be eating because I'm hungry. So a little bit about myself. I honestly feel like I'm a really different person. If you know me, I'm a really different person in school than I am outside of school. I'm super duper shy. Like, if you see me at school or like in public or whatever and I look like a bitch, it's just like I'm not. But I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just really shy. So I won't approach anybody if they don't approach me. Like, I don't talk to people, like new people that I don't make new friends unless they talk to me first, you know? I'm just like super shy to talk to people. Like, I'm super awkward. I'm always like thinking of like what they're gonna think. Like, oh, like I don't want to go up to them and talk to them because like what if they think I'm weird, you know? And it's something I've always kind of struggled with. Like, even when I was in elementary school, I wouldn't really like talk to people unless they talk to me. And like, I'm honestly a really nice person, and I'm kind of funny sometimes in my opinion. But I feel like people get the wrong impression of me and they probably think that I'm like a bitch or stuck up. Only because I'm like really shy and I always have like a very serious face on. But I'm honestly really nice. Like, not to be cocky or anything. Something I hate is when people don't close the door after they like behind them. So like, if you come into my room to ask me something or whatever, you better close the damn door behind you, because it irritates me so much when they do that. Like, sometimes my brother will be coming in and like he'll just like kind of close the door behind him, but not all the way, and I will yell at him so loud, like, come close the door. Like, why don't you just close it, you know? So I think this video is gonna kind of get kind of personal, but it's okay. When I was younger, I guess you can say I got bullied. Like, I was really fat when I was younger. Like, I was really chubby. I wasn't like stomach fat. I was like fat all around, you know? And like I had said before, I was always really shy. Like, and I was always super self-conscious about what other people were gonna say about me. So when I was younger, like, I knew everybody, and like I kind of talked to every group of people, but I kind of wanted to like talk to one specific group of people, like the popular kids, you know? Like, I wanted to fit in and stuff, and like I was always nice to everybody else. I never acted like ignorant towards anybody else just because I wanted to fit in, or I was never rude to anybody. Like, if they talked to me, like I would talk to them like perfectly fine. But I would always like kind of try to fit in with those kids specifically. And like, I don't know why, like now that I think about it, they weren't even nice to me. Like, some of them were really rude. They would always talk shit behind my back, and they would talk about how I was like chubby, and I don't know, just stuff like that, like what I would wear and like the type of shoes that I had on. Like, we've never been poor, or honestly I don't remember what type of shoes I would wear back then, but we've never been poor. Like, we live good, you know? But my mom has always been that type of person that doesn't like go for the brand name, and she's always taught us that like You're not defined by what you wear. She's always told us that just because I wear Walmart shoes and you wear fucking like Jordans doesn't mean that you're better than me, you know? So I feel like, I guess I would always wear like non-brand name shoes because that's what my mom bought me, you know? That's how she raised us. So people would always talk shit about me. And I could honestly name the kids that would do it because it kind of did scar me. Like, I was never like depressed or nothing, but I mean, that's bullying, right? Because they were talking shit about me. And I was always super nice to people. Like, if they wanted something from me, or if I had money and they wanted to, like, I don't know, something, I was always super nice. Like, I would always give it to them, like, without a doubt. And honestly, a lot of people took advantage of that. So I guess you would call that bullying. I'm not sure. I didn't learn how to ride a bike. These are super random, to be honest. Like, all these confessions are super random. I didn't learn how to ride a bike till I was 12. I've always been, like, a super slow kid. Like, I was dumb. I was literally dumb when I was little. My mom bought me a one of those electric cars for little kids. It was a Jeep. And I never learned how to use it properly. Like, my cousins would come over and, like, they'd use it, and I would just, like, ride in the passenger seat. And my mom was like, I bought you so many things, because I was the first child, right? So she'd always buy me stuff. And she was like, you were so dumb. Like, you didn't know how to use anything. And I was like, okay. But yeah, I was really slow. Later on, my brother ended up keeping the Jeep. It was pink. My mom bought spray paint and painted it like army colors for him because obviously he's a boy. Not that there's anything wrong with like guys in pink. It's just like she wanted to change the color for him, you know. When I was little, I went to DR when I was 4. And my dad says that I was so rude to my grandma. Like, I feel bad because I was raised with my nana from my mom's side. So she's like my mom, and oh, what the fuck. And my dad's mom, I had never like seen her or anything. So when he took me, he'd say that I didn't want to look at her. Like, he would be carrying me and I would just put my face down. Like, I would not make eye contact with her. I wouldn't look at her. And I honestly believe it because I don't remember seeing her when I was 4. Like, I don't remember going in general, but I don't remember seeing her ever before, like, other than when she came to live here. But when she would live over there and that time that I went to visit, I don't remember her. Like, I don't remember what she looked like or nothing. And then he told me that he took us to the beach and that I didn't want to look at the beach because she was right there and I didn't want to look at her. So I literally went to the beach and I didn't even see it because I was being a little brat and I didn't want to look at my grandma. I was like, that's mean. I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was in 7th grade. And for the same reason, because I was like ugly and fat, you know, and I was always super self-conscious about what other people were gonna think. And I just stopped because who cares what other people think? Like, who cares what other people think? It shouldn't matter. Like, just be happy. Anyways, I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was in 7th grade. And I'm mentioning it because honestly, that's like I was old already. Because hella of my friends had already had their first boyfriend. Honestly, almost all my friends had already had their first boyfriend. Except for me. And I was like, I'm kind of proud of myself because You know, I was already kind of grown. But I've always been like I said, that little slow kid. Like, I was still a little kid. Like, all my friends and stuff, like, they had like a grown mentality, and like the things they would think and say and do, like, if they were grown already. And I was always like, I was so innocent. I'm not even gonna lie, I was so innocent when I was little. I didn't have my first kid. Oh wait, never mind. I was younger. My first kiss, I was in 5th grade when I had my first kiss. And I'm not gonna tell you guys how it happened, because just know. Okay, so my camera turned off. If you guys have watched my previous videos, then you know that it does that. And I think I figured it out. My little brother said that the settings has like a setting where you could set it to stop recording at after a certain amount of minutes. So I haven't looked into it, but I have to because it's so annoying. Anyways, another confession is I've been to Mexico ever since I was 8 months old. My grandma has taken me every single year of my life. Like, honestly, every time I go to Mexico, it's with her. I would go twice a year before I started school. Like, I was always back and forth with her. After I started school, I would go during the summers. Like, literally every summer of my life, I would go to Mexico. And now that I'm older, I'm kind of starting to go less, which is understandable because, you know, life, like, there's other things that you have to consider before just taking a trip. But that's one thing. I've always been chubby and like fat. I've always been like a gordita, you know, like I had mentioned earlier. There was one point where I hated being fat. Like, I hated it. Honestly, in that year, it was the one I lived in Texas, which I also got bullied in Texas, low key, like just a little bit, because I was so shy, I was so quiet, I was so awkward. Like, I didn't have many friends. Like, I was honestly the only like chubby girl in school. I was probably the only negrita in school too, because it was in El Paso, so there's so many Mexicans in the town that I lived in. Like, they were all Latinos, and I mean, I was too, but I look black, you know. So I was in 4th grade. I lost so much weight during 4th grade. Like, it was the year that I just got thin. I made so many changes. Like, I would eat a lot less and stuff, and I lost a lot of weight. But now, like, I'll just be like, fuck, like, I need to do a diet or something. I'll honestly do diets just to look skinnier. But then there's days where I'm like, who cares? Like, I'm not even that fat. So, like, I'm kind of starting to accept the fact that I'm always going to be thick boned. Like my mom calls me. She says that I'm just thick bones. I'm never going to be a skinny girl. And I'm starting to be okay with that. Like, I don't care what people think anymore. I personally feel good. Like, I don't think I'm that fat for me to like starve myself and do a strict diet. And like, yeah, I want to be healthy. Obviously, I'm never gonna let it get to the point where I'm like unhealthy and I have like high blood pressure or high cholesterol and stuff like that. Like, no. But that's one thing that we should all do. Like, learn to love yourself the way you are. Don't try to put up an image for society. Don't try to be skinny just because people expect you to look a certain way. So yeah, like, I've always been chubby. I didn't start doing my makeup. I didn't get into makeup until I was 12, and it was old. It's a good age now that I think about it, but when I was at the time, I was like, I'm old already. Like, let me do my makeup, you know, because all my friends were doing their makeup. They would do their mascara, some would do eyeliner, like lipstick, stuff like that, just little things. And my mom didn't let me do mascara or nothing till I was 12. And honestly, it was only because my cousin was living with me and she was older, so she kind of like, it would be there, so I would use it. So then it just kind of went from there. I started buying so much makeup. Like, there was a time where I just, every time I went to the store, I had to get at least one thing of makeup. If it was a mascara, it was a lipstick. If it wasn't a lipstick, it was a palette. If it wasn't a palette, it was a brush. Like, I had to get something, you know. And yeah, like I was 12 when I started doing my makeup, and to this day, like, I love doing my makeup. I don't have as much makeup as I feel like I should have, or in comparison to a lot of other girls, but I love my makeup. I love doing my makeup, and I have some really old makeup that I probably need to throw away because me and my friend were talking about how they have an expiration date, and obviously, like, I knew that. I just don't think about it when I'm using it, you know? So I have to probably clean my makeup out because that's not healthy. I didn't go out when I was little. Like, my friends would be going to the movies, or they'd go out to eat, or they'd go skating at Rolero when it was open. My parents never let me go, like, ever. And obviously I would get mad, but now I see my little brother and he's 12 and I'm like, you're so little, like, what are you doing out in the street by yourself? Like, never, you know? Like, where are your parents? When I see little kids out in the street, I'm just like, where are your parents? And I don't know, I would never want my little brother to be out just with his friends, because the world is such a cruel place. Like, I'm traumatized from all these, like, crime things that I've been watching lately. How easy they can abduct a little kid. Like, it's crazy. So I never want, like, I wouldn't want my little brother to be out and about at this young age. Like, so I understand why my mom did it, like, why she wouldn't let me go out. She would let me go out to parties. Well, just like one specific person. It was a guy. Every year his parents would throw him parties for his birthday, and they would let me go under the condition that I took my brother. So I would always take my brother to parties, and I didn't mind because he wouldn't bug me. There was a year where they had a mechanical bull. He just rode the bull until it was time to go. Like, he didn't bug me at all. So honestly, like, I didn't care, but that was the restriction. Like, if you don't take your brother, you can't go. So I was like, fine, I'll take my brother. It's okay. But yeah, like, I was never, even now, I'm not the type to party every weekend. And I don't have anything against it. Like, I love to party and everything, but I don't do it every weekend. And it's not because I don't have the option to. I just don't like to really party that much. Like, maybe once in a while, but to be going every weekend, like, no, that's just not me. Honestly, I rather just be home and watch Netflix or spend time with my family. I love my family. I grew up like that. We've always been a really close family. Like, when I was younger, the parties would be so fun. Like, the whole family would get together. Every single party, Christmas, a birthday party, Easter, like, we would all get together and make a big party. And it's not like that anymore, and it's kind of sad to me because I'm a big, like, family person. When I grow up, I'm gonna be the tia that brings all the family together. Like, hey, I'm throwing a party for my kid, like, pull up, you know? Like, I want to be that person that brings the whole family together. And obviously I can't decide for them, like, priorities, you know? It's your choice whether you want to come and hang out with family or not. But definitely my family is a priority to me. Like, I love having a big and united family. Especially now, everybody's fighting. Nobody likes each other. Like, it's sad how some sisters don't talk to each other over the stupidest thing. Like, to me, it's very dumb. So, yeah, my family is a big thing to me, and they're important, and I love when we're close and together. So if they tell me let's go to a party or let's go bowling with my family, I'm gonna pick bowling because that's just me, you know. I think that's pretty much it. I tried to do at least 10 confessions about myself. They were all pretty random. They were all kind of random, but I hope you guys got to know me just a little bit better. I don't want this to be like a Q&A or like 50 facts about me or nothing. It was just like little things that I want you guys to know, so you get to know me a little bit better. In regards to like the me being shy at school, I hope that or in general, like in school or in public, I hope that you guys, if you guys ever see me, like, don't be afraid or don't be like shy or don't hold back from saying hi or anything. Like, I'm not gonna say hi to you because I'm like that, you know. But if you say hi, I'm definitely gonna say hi back, and I'm a really nice person. I promise. Okay, well, this is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you got to know a little bit more about me in regards to me being shy. If you ever see me at school or in public or wherever, don't be shy, don't be afraid to come and say hi to me. Like, I'm honestly super nice. Just because I might look a little mean, I'm not. I need to work on that. But what am I supposed to do? Like, smile everywhere I go? Like, no. But I'm not that serious. Like, just get to know me, you know. Okay, so today's quote is, "It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop." So again, this isn't anything you do, regardless of anything. If it's a sport, if it's just reach your goal. That should be the goal. The goal should be to reach your goal at some point, regardless if you fall, if there's like bumps in the road or whatever. As long as you keep going forward, you'll get there someday, you know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.